there's one thing that you can tell with Sword Art Online Season 3, it really is kind of, Riki Kawahara, the author, if you didn't know, really has improved from his mistakes. 100% has, improved from his mistakes. You can see the writing. There's way better writing there. We're getting background information. We got told how the world came about, in depth. It wasn't just a typical Akihiko Kaiba, I don't know why I created this world. We actually get depth, and that matters. That matters in a video game world. Depth is, world building is literally the biggest thing in video games, period. Whether it be real life, whether it be anime, watching a story, that's huge. That's literally huge. No one wants to play a game that doesn't have a cool world. You can have cool characters, but there's nothing to do besides talk and do character interactions. What, exactly. So let's take a look at Red Dead Redemption. Let's take a look at a show like Assassin's Creed. Let's take a look at a show like The Witcher 3, the biggest gaming. Witcher 3 won the most gaming awards ever recorded in history. And guess why? There's a lot to do. There's a big, big open world to explore, and that's the key. Sword Art Online has added that, and it's adding depth to that world. It's showing us how it's come about. There's a lot of different things that go into this world, and we can clearly see that. Whether it explores it more, because I'm not saying it's done a grade A job by no means, but whether it does it more or not, I don't know. But it is showing us how the foundation got there, and that's huge because it plays such a big role within the narrative in and of itself and or the plot. So hopping into the main part of, SAO, I do want to say this really quick. I love how things just aren't easy. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kirito, they had to retreat to win. They won because they escaped. They didn't win because they beat them. I love that. The physicality is not, it's not all about physicality anymore. It's not all necessarily about that. I love that. So hopping onto the main topic though, Integrity Knights, they're fake. They're only there because they had the potential of being a threat to the administrator. And I can't remember her actual name. It started with a Q, but I can't really pronounce it. But, the administrator is someone who was there in the beginning, is someone who was raised by the Wrath staff. And that's huge. And I really do want to talk about that. So the Wrath staff came in. They took these kids underneath their wings, and those kids were really basically the foundation of the world and what was to come, per se, right? But it ended up being one kid was actually the one that was the one above all, the administrator, the prophetess, or the head of the Axiom Church, the one who decides whether you're an Integrity Knight or not. And the person that trained that specific person was an evil member of the staff. It's someone who did not believe in morality, did not believe in ethical and or unethical. So they believed in just doing what you see fit. They believed in self-righteousness. It's kind of my take on it. They believed in what I think is right, what I think is for the greater good, and I'll do whatever I can to obtain it. And this is, I'm right, and this is why I'm right, and this is why you're wrong, and this is why I belong on top. So that's pretty cool. Which member was it? The God Glasses? The guy that's always been in Kirito since like the end of Season 1 and Season 2? I've never trusted him. I've never trusted him, man. I'm telling you guys right now, I've never trusted the guy. So I'm thinking that it's him, 100%. I just don't think it could be anyone else unless they're trying, SEO's trying to get really super sneaky and hide a character that was evil on screen. So I don't know. But other than that, though, Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially kind of meet God in a way, the cardinal system. But she's been so I guess, kind of minimized and just really she's been so not even handicapped. Well, I guess handicapped in a bad way. Literally, like she can't even leave this room, or she can, but her powers they don't go outside of the room. She cannot do whatever she wants. She does not have the power of God, per se, outside of the room, only inside the room. But they do have a damn good amount of information inside that room, and she knows all the Sacred Art commands. So Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh! Now have the potential, if you think about it, to be on the administrator's level. Think about that. So other than that, though, the biggest thing that I saw was Alice is basically someone who was very skilled. That's why she became an Integrity Knight. That's why others became an Integrity Knight, because they had the potential to surpass the administrator and or God, per se. So that's something that I just love. I just love what Sword Art Online, I won't say Kirito, but Sword Art Online's doing with the series right now. It's adding writing, like it's literature. It's not just telling a story. It's characterization, it's character development, it's world building. That, you know, there's context, there's circumstances that make up the situation. So that's pretty cool to see. We don't always get that whenever we do watch Sword Art Online. So that's something that I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it now. Quit being a you know what about it. Quit. Who cares? You're still watching it. Don't cry about it, because there's nothing to cry about right now, and you're making yourself look silly if you are. I mean, because this is not like, you know, season 1 or season 2, as some say. Which season 2 had good writing. Hell, I still think it's the best writing. You know, Gun Gale is still the best writing in the series. It had great characterization for Kirito. It had great character development for Kirito. And don't forget Sinon. Sinon has the most, literally, you know, literally as a character, she has the most writing done to her character compared to any other girl in the cast and any other member of the cast besides Kirito. Think about that. So, other than that, though, I really don't have much to say. There's a lot of important information, but nothing to expand on too much, you know, too much so. Good things to expand on, but just not in length. I'm sorry about the short video, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't want to just talk gibberish. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. You guys have been Hex.